Afternoon, and here we are again on news today. And kalau sekalian, my partner here, Stevany. Yep, Stevany Elsa, and we have 3 news today. We have political news about North Korea and America again, and Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao in the legendary match between them, and the disaster of Japan. So let's start with the North Korean first, shall we? The secretive country North Korea has threatened a preemptive nuclear strike against the United States. It counts as the United Nations approved sanctions. The threat was to bring a nuclear strike on Washington DC and engulf it in a sea of fire. The young dictator, despite the diversion from Dennis Rodman's visit, now lashing out against the United States and the South Korean military exercises and the new UN section. You can see from the video here.
They're threatening a nuclear preemptive attack. Never done that before.
The young North Korean dictator, despite the diversion of Dennis Rodman's visit, now lashing out against the U.S. and South Korean military exercises and today's new stiff UN sanctions. Analysts say North Korea is still years away from perfecting a nuclear weapon, but they are getting closer all the time.
The threat of a preemptive strike on the United States, even if that's not possible now, is terrifying.
You have to take this seriously.
North Korea does not yet have a missile capable of hitting the continental U.S., but America has satellites in space, radars at sea and on the ground, designed to detect a missile launch. Then dozens of intercepting missiles could be fired from California or Alaska to take out enemy missiles, even nuclear ones, before they reach America. But the system is far from foolproof. However, the most immediate threat tonight from North Korea is far more conventional. They could fire on South Korea, America's ally, like they've done before.
This is how wars start. Threats become maneuvers, become exchanges, a method of retaliation. Pretty soon you have World War I or Vietnam.
And there is renewed concern tonight about mobile missile launchers in North Korea, which could fire rockets capable of hitting South Korea. There is nothing imminent, but these threatening statements have everyone on edge, Diane.
All right, one for Reddit, thank you so much. Sharp new warning.
It seems that we are in the verge of the Second Korean War, people. It is threatening and very scary. Over to you, Stephanie.
Floyd Mayweather against Manny Pacquiao in Las Vegas. Millions will be watching him with Mayweather. Domestic violence in story cause consumers still bought the ticket 60 seconds after it went on sales. All has made $200 million for one night away. But the site also concerned with controversy that some are calling for boycott because of Mayweather's history of violence against women.
Mayweather stands to make $200 million for one night of work. It will be the biggest and richest fight in boxing history. And what would you expect when it involves a fighter whose nickname is Money?
May said it, that's when the world stops. I want everyone to tune in.
Floyd Money Mayweather, he's boxing's biggest draw and arguably biggest ego.
No one can ever brainwash me to make me believe that Sugar Ray Robinson and Muhammad Ali was better than me.
He's talented, brash, and rich. The reigning king of Forbes' list of highest paid athletes has no problem showing off his cash.
The fight is on, and I know you're very excited.
In the other corner Saturday, Manny Pacquiao, a fan favorite, devout Christian, and congressman in his home country of the Philippines. This contrast in personalities is producing now unprecedented numbers. Tickets selling for over 300 grand online. 3 to 4 million people expected to watch on pay-per-view. But the historic hype is also mixed with controversy.
Will not promote, watch, nor report on Mayweather's fight. I will boycott it, and I urge you to as well.
ESPN's Keith Olbermann urging fans to boycott the match on account of Mayweather's history of violence against women, including an assault that landed him in jail.
Just an obstacle that was put in my way. I get past it.
But can he get past Pacquiao and keep his undefeated record intact? Win or lose, he might need a bigger bag for all his money.
They're expecting around $400 million total. Both Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao will have never made this much money for one fight.
It's mind-boggling. There's a 60-40 split on this thing, so both men can end up taking home anywhere between 150 and 200.
One day work.
One night. Wow. One night.
And you're trained for a long time.
So, I didn't mean to end that fight. I got a guy.
And the final last news from us is the tsunami disaster in Japan. As waves pounds its way through a village, washing away the entire town. The destruction along Japan's eastern coast. The people are veterans of the earthquakes, but they've never seen anything like it. Many survivors are taking cover on the rooftops, and they are now rescued and carried away by rescuers' arms, while others fled in their bare feet. 1,300 miles of coastline are covered by an epic trail of destruction. Ships tossed, cars thrown on top of buildings, all part of the destruction that started at Friday afternoon. There had been so many aftershocks, even Japanese television hosts now wear hard hats on the air. Yeah.
Told me he's never seen anything quite like this. There are the lucky ones, the tsunami survivors, some helped by helicopters from rooftops. This child carried away the rescuer's arms. Others fled in their bare feet. This man says he escaped water that came up to his neck, and there are still so many more waiting to be rescued. 1,300 miles of coastline now covered by an epic trail of destruction, ships tossed, cars thrown on top of buildings. All because of that deadly twin disaster that struck Friday afternoon.
This is like a real thing. This is a real thing.
Beginning with an earthquake so massive, it moved the entire island 8 feet to the east.
Skyscrapers nearby were swaying like trees in the wind.
Trains shook on their tracks. American Nordic Keener was in Sendai near the epicenter.
This one's been on forever. Everything started toppling and falling.
And then came round 2, the 3-story wall of water washing away everything in its path, traveling some 6 miles inland in some places. 24 hours later, people here are still fearing more. 200,000 are living in temporary shelters. There are reports of 3 missing Japanese trains along with the ship being swept away by the waves. Fires are raging up and down the coast and more than 1 million households without water. American Ryan McDowell lived through it.
Oh my God.
He took this video near Sendai as the quake struck. He's now running low on food.
The only other things I have in the house were like this half-thing of tomato sauce, which I'm gonna make that work somehow.
There have been so many aftershocks here, even Japanese television hosts now wear hard hats on the air. Meanwhile, on the ground and in the water, rescuers continue their race to find more survivors. And when you talk about rescuers, as you can see here behind us, it is nighttime here in Tokyo. We're several hours ahead of you back in the States, and so when the sun comes up this morning, those rescue efforts will begin again in earnest. And I can tell you, beyond just moments ago, aftershocks, again, you can feel sort of the hotel off to the side here swaying. In fact, when we arrived here this morning, they had just one elevator shaft that they were allowing us to use. Precisely for that reason, the aftershocks that they've been feeling here for now more than 24 hours.
And that's all for today's news. I'm Nicholas Gali, and thank you for watching.